Yeah, let me put it on out there. Let's see, let's see. Oh, that's not right. Is that main ascension shit? There we go, there we go. Very sick. Mad cool. Alright, man.
Mm-hmm.
We're live. We're over here
We are?
chit-chatting. Yes, sir.
Alright, word.
Yes, sir.
Let's do general Enduratar, just in case.
What
Just
the
in case
fuck?
some levelers.
Yeah, some
Because
pod
they're
levelers.
too low level, they can't even respond to tell me to shut up. This is great!
Oh man.
Oh
Can I come out of
my goodness.
my little hidey hole in here?
Alright, I'm just gonna add everyone. Fuck it. Yep, send now.
There
I'll
we
make
go.
my own laws.
Surely nothing bad happens while I'm in Stormwind.
Clueless.
No.
How do you even get in there so reliably anyway?
Okay, so I walk in every single time, and then well, let me go back. I walk in, or I used to walk in every single time, and then I had a friendly rune master set up a teleport so I could set my Hearthstone here, and so I
So
just
your hearth is literally Stormwind?
my Hearth is literally set to Stormwind. Yeah,
Bruh.
yeah, I don't know, man. It's
Imposter horde.
dude, it's somebody people have been asking me like, what are you doing in here? Why don't the guards attack you? And I've just been telling them that I'm a horde ambassador to the alliance.
Right. It's a Geneva Convention thing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um,
Because people still follow that. XD. Um,
yeah,
but
yeah.
enough about current events. What are your thoughts about that Ice Kid Flesh Warden? Fuck that guy. Also, it's a Cox. All right, come on, dude. You know
I
it's
don't know,
not Flesh
man. That
Warden.
guy's kind of mid. Like, kind of fell off. You know, like he was all right a little while ago, but I don't know, man. Kind of
Retail
mid.
players,
Kind of mid.
Lamau.
Kind of mid. Yeah, I bet he plays Windwalker Monk and thinks he's good.
Unbelievable.
Oh my god.
Dude, I'm still mad about that Warsong Gulch from earlier. The one where Ben I disconnected. I'm
Dude,
still mad about that shit, dude.
there's no way that like I could not have been not angry about that if that happened to me. I would have been fucking
Uh
livid if that happened to me.
yeah, dude. I
I
was
would have
just
been
like,
so
oh
upset.
my god. But it's something that like we've all done. Like we've all like alt tabbed out, right? It
Oh
just
yeah, I think
I
everybody
saw him
does that.
like he got caved in and then he alt F forward. And so I thought he like got bugged or something because he was just like permanently in the dirt.
Okay, sometimes that do be happening though. I need you to confirm whether or not like I'm crazy, because sometimes I will have like some sort of movement impairing effect or loss of control effect happen to me, and then later, oh what the fuck? Where am I? I'm in the wrong place. And then later I'll or after it ends, I won't be able to move for a little while, even though nothing is like
Really? I
yeah.
used to have
I'll
that.
just be like stuck in place and can't move, or like it's yeah. I don't know
I
what it
had
is.
that before when I played like melee specs. I don't know what
Mm-hmm.
causes it. But
Yeah.
it's like usually like a displacement thing and like it doesn't register like where you are and that's why
Yeah.
it's like giving you a hard time. That's
Yeah.
what
That's what I was getting at. Um. Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Oh, dude, I learned Sunflare. Oh, hell yeah, dude. Nice Sony 2.0, baby. Let's
Oh
go.
god, dude. Are
Let's
you
go.
leveling a sun cleric?
Yeah, I just wanted to try it.
That
Never
is a
made one.
that is fucking cursed, man. There's so,
Well,
I don't know what it is that Wavy and Nisoni do, man, but they just pop off on that shit. It is
yeah.
insane.
And then guess what happens when it gets nerfed? They log. That's what they do. Sons of bitches. Um, I kind of want to try the melee version, to be honest, but we'll see.
Melee version sounds really cool. Just like the attack speed on hit stuff. That sounds pretty neat.
Yeah. Yeah. Some flurry action shenanigans.
Yeah, I haven't seen that like be a thing since I guess Venno, right? Like Venno Spider. with a bunch of like on hit
Yeah.
stuff, like real fast, just mainly attack speed.
God, the PTSD. What was his fucking
Oh
name?
my fucking god, man.
Why am I
Hate
blanking?
elves,
Hate elves. Oh
dude.
my
Oh my,
god, that's
dude,
son of
fucking.
a
He's
bitch.
still in my guild, man. He hops on every once in a while.
Oh my god.
Yeah, man, he's a butthole.
He's a
Every
motherfucker.
spider player is a fucking butthole.
True, dude. Fuck him.
Yeah. But
All right,
the dude,
so
but the dudes I can't stand are fucking rangers, man. I cannot stand rangers.
true.
So
Unironically.
busted right now. Um, I actually don't know what's busted with them. I was just playing yesterday with the impale glitch, and I mean that was fun, but I knew it was a glitch, so I was like not super worried about it. But I guess people don't like ranger, man. Do you know why?
I think personally, I think it's because they are so mobile with the amount of damage that they have. Like
Mm-hmm.
like a sniper tinker, like you can make the case like, oh, okay, they do like 3.7, which is not okay, right? It should be like more like 2.7 on the highest end. But anyway, but they're incredibly immobile, right? You know exactly where they're gonna be. It's super telegraphed, whatever. And
Mm-hmm.
it feels like, especially with archer points or archery points, because they're not combo points. So you can get archery points off of one guy and then skull fuck the other dude, right? And that feels
Mm-hmm.
terrible as the other dude because you're like, oh, here's a ranger. We're gonna have a 1v1. It's gonna be fair, and he just starts out 5 combo points ahead. And he can get
Right.
full skull splitter or whatever the fuck it's called, and it's just terrifying, right? And then they're still so mobile, right? Ranger's leap has a low cooldown. I think it's like 4 seconds, something like that. Um,
Do they
they
even
have a
have like
ranged
a
stun.
they have a an ability that lets their skull piercer shot split to like cleave and stuff. So if you
Really?
just if you stack up a 5 point, you can just press that and then just like cleave everybody with a 5 point skull piercer. It's fucking bonkers.
Yeah. I just think it has an immense amount of damage. And so, which is fine, but the fact that it has other things besides damage, I think, is what makes it a problem. Right? It's like it has stuns. I think it has a kick, but granted, I think most people do nowadays, but it is just very aids to play against. Now, granted, if Cox becomes more in the meta, I mean, granted, it should always be in the meta, but if more people play that, maybe that'll stop it. Right. And it's more like a meta thing, and that's why Ranger's doing well because
Yeah,
they're not just getting immediately pulled every time they hop out.
yeah, perhaps. I mean, I always kind of saw like CoA doing that, and we've kind of seen that over the year that we've been playing. Um,
Right.
where something will be Fodom, and then a whole bunch of people will play that just to because it's Fodom, and then the people will spring up whatever counters that, and then so on and so forth, and just kind of ever evolving meta, and I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's true. And then it's, you can think something's overpowered, and then it gets nerfed, and then a counter gets found, and you're like, oh, this class is unplayable right now. When
Yeah,
in reality, that counter was there the whole time. You know, it's the counters we find along the way that are
yeah, right.
those are the
I think
most
I don't know.
impactful.
I think some nerfs are like very much like deserved. If you dumpster most everyone, like
Oh yeah,
pretty like I would say like throw barb right now pretty much just dumpsters everybody. That shit is fucking bonkers.
yeah. It's
Um,
always a challenge, no matter what class you are. You're
it
like,
is.
oh, it's a throw barb. I have to like
Mm-hmm.
focus up,
Yep. Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
you still lose. But like, but you're trying.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it seems like they when they get down to their little their little break point, uh, stream is quiet. God damn it. R.I.P.
Really, no one else said that.
Yeah.
All right, so whoever said it, just out him, dude. Who was it?
Average monk. Any average
Fuck
monks
him.
in the chat?
Fuck him.
Yeah.
Average tinker spotted.
I turned it up just a little bit, so the stream is always quiet. Damn. All right.
Walmart's used to the loud ass voices of champions where I'll just spurg and scream all the time.
Seriously, man, I'm trying not to blow anybody's ears out, but all right, here we go.
Well, the way you got to look at it is you can always turn people down, but you can only turn them up so much, right? Right.
Yeah,
So it's
yeah, something
better
like
to
that.
err on the side of like because if you have someone that's quiet and you're turning up the sound everywhere and they're still like barely able to be heard, that shit is infuriating.
Yeah,
At least for me, my dumbass. But
all right, I think we've got it settled, but yeah, that they just feel really, really hard to to duel against. If not almost, it's probably not impossible. But dueling a throw barb right now is just like really, really hard. That defensive at low HP is really strong.
Yeah.
Coupled with, I
So
think they
it's
just got readout back again.
well because they have a cooldown that can make them go to that low health, right? I'm
Oh, is that
pretty
true?
sure they
Okay.
do. That's like it's like, hey, sacrifice 60% of your current HP or max HP or whatever the hell it is
Oh, wow.
to, and then like you're all of a sudden now you're in that window where you
Uh-huh.
have this massive amount of damage, and then you can pop these defensives, so you're going to survive it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then you're mobile enough that you can stick to people so they can't just like kite you. I guess it kind of needs to be like I mean, I'll do the game that most people know with League. And it's like if you have a super fed Master Yi, what do? You just have to get him to stop fucking moving, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or a Tryndamere, right? You just have to stun him. You stun
Yeah.
him, you slow it down, you just try to get him to stop fucking moving for 4 seconds,
Mm-hmm.
and then he'll pop. But at least right now with Barbarian is they don't pop, right? When you CC them, right? It's
Right.
not like they're constantly like keeping themselves up with sustain or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it is just this unrelenting pain. And if you try to burst into them, it doesn't feel like it does anything. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I think they just got a bunch of CDs with cores. I don't play a barb, so I don't know for certain,
Mm-hmm.
but they do feel vastly different to play against before and after cores.
Yeah, I guess I can't say I've seen too many. Seems like a pretty underrepresented class at the moment.
Well, what I mean is like
I mean, all
before.
classes are underrepresented.
True. Too soon.
This is too many. This is too little
No, not
people on the
Ranger
server
though.
right
Ranger's fine.
now.
Everything
Yeah,
else.
yeah. Rangers got some representation.
Oh
Yeah.
my, they're all fucking morons. Anyway, but like before core reworks, uh, it wasn't that weird to fight a barb. It just felt kind of like an arms warrior. And now now
Mm-hmm.
it's more Barbie, right? For lack of a better adjective.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um,
You know
but
the
it's like, yeah,
bursty, yeah, the
right,
bursty,
low
gritty.
health,
Yeah, yeah.
high risk, high reward, right? All that.
Right.
But it doesn't. It feels like it's like medium risk right now. So, what can you do?
Yeah.
What can you do?
I mean, the only other people that I've been having like a lot of issues with too recently, Soa is pretty strong right now. You ever
Yeah,
fought,
so
have you fought any Soa recently?
I actually haven't encountered any.
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, no, I saw one. It was in that BG that we were talking about earlier, the one that I should have won, and I counted as a dub.
Mm-hmm.
Because Van Eye's a fucking sleeper agent.
Dude, Van
But
Eye's too good for his own. He doesn't know his own strength. He knows.
dude, imagine binding F4. What a fucking ridiculous thing to do. Anyway,
Dude,
dude's got,
it used to be a thing.
but dude, that's fucking piano hands. I'm kind of
Yeah.
fucking. I just started to use F2 and it feels weird. I hate it.
It does feel weird. Yeah, it is a stretch.
F1's my mount. Like, ugh. I'm
Ugh.
not gonna use that like on a kick or something. Like, no.
Oh,
Anyway,
well, yeah, absolutely not. Yeah.
but shit, what was I saying? I just completely blanked. What were we
You were talking about
Just-
Soa. You were talking about Soa fighting Soa.
Soa.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there was one in that BG, but I don't think, no disrespect to whoever was playing it, it didn't feel that scary. Now, granted, when Liquid was hanging out in that feedback channel earlier, and we were seeing the videos of Soa basically self-sustaining a good probably like 3k HPS.
Yeah, that was
while DPSing. Like the DPSing has a byproduct of that amount of heals. Yes, obviously that looks terrifying. But I remember Doom said he was gonna play it and just start destroying everybody. So I'm waiting for that to happen so we can all just hate our lives.
Yeah, man, he's doing the Lord's work. He's just making it very visible so it gets changed.
Necessary evil.
He's a good guy. Yeah.
Right. It's the right intention. Like we're all gonna suffer, but
Yeah,
to suffer now to suffer less later, ideally.
They hated Jesus because he told the truth.
So was overpowered.
He's just delivering the message. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that is a spicy one. Oh, I can't take King Mosh. That's too much. I always get so disappointed because I can't skin him. He's just too fat.
Yeah, dude.
Too
fuck
big of a
Newman,
cock.
Dude. Loish knows what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Fuck Newman. All my homies hate him.
Dude, he just he has like super bad ping, so he just plays like classes that'll just delete you in the opener because like
Is
it's
that
the
actually
only
what
thing
it
he.
is?
Yeah, I've asked him. I was like, he's like, yeah, my ping is like always 1.4K, so I can't really like do anything. So like,
What the
it's
fuck?
so like,
1.4?
yeah, so it's like I play against I just play these really scum ones because that's literally all I can do.
Dude, at that point, honestly, just take up gardening or some shit. Why? How
Right?
the
Yeah,
fuck
right. Like I
could
don't.
you remotely even
Like, how could
have?
anybody play with 1.4K ping? Like, I don't even understand.
Yeah, I remember there was like some like Australian League of Legends players that played on NA and they had like 350. And like if you were like
That's too
really
much.
good and it was like the only competitive server, you could make a case for that. But
Mhm.
like 1.4 for a fucking pay to play alpha, what the hell are you doing, dude?
Yeah, bro.
Like
It just sounds like suffering,
that's
man.
that literally just sounds like something that a Spider Veno abuser would say, right? And it just
Yeah.
it makes it's full circle.
Or
It's
maybe
full circle.
maybe it's an excuse for us to like get him off his trail, or get us off
No,
his trail. So
absolutely not.
we don't feel bad about.
Absolutely not. Unbelievable. I refuse to listen
Yep.
to this man's
Yeah, there you go.
pleas. Whatever. But yeah, I mean, obviously Barb's going to get looked at.
Yeah.
I think it's mainly the CDs, right?
Other than
Because when it's,
yeah, they
I
seem
don't
a
know, I
lot.
think that's just where all the problem is. Because it's
Yeah.
like, it's not dying quick enough. Like, it's not risky enough when you're into that
Yeah.
minus 50% range.
Well, okay.
Right.
So if you pop all of your defensives and all of your like offensive cooldowns, do you deserve to be that tanky and that much damage? Like if you pop literally everything at the same time, is that are we being unreasonable by saying that that's too much?
Yes,
I
if it's
I just want
just
to see both sides of the fence,
I
you know.
would say yes because that's one class's buffs. If it was like, you know, a witch doctor's throwing a defensive on you, a sun cleric's throwing a defensive on you, you're popping one of your defensives and 3 offensive, and someone else is buffing you, and you turn into this raid boss, then that's okay because it's requiring a lot. But this is something you can do on your own with 1.4k ping, right? And all you gotta do is make a Swifty macro, and you're fine, right? It requires no setup, it requires no timings. It's literally just, oh, all my bars are lit up. Time to press, dopamine button,
Right.
neural stimulation, and then bang. Like, I think that's where the problem is. It is okay if you are tanky, but you can't. It's okay to make a raid boss, but you can't make yourself a raid boss, if that makes sense.
Yeah, okay. Well, I mean, yeah, if you're stacking multiple classes defensives, that totally makes sense, and I would
Right,
absolutely agree.
right. So I
Um,
don't. It's
but
okay
by
if someone
himself,
really
when he's
does that
getting
shit.
mobbed by literally 5 or 6 people, and I still fucking die without any of his teammate assisting him, I'm just like, come on, dude.
I
Like
know.
he just gets
I know.
down, and I just see 1K, 1K, 1.5, 2K. I'm like, okay, all right, man. I guess I lose.
Yeah,
Fuck.
and it
Feels so
feels like
bad.
there's nothing you can do.
Yeah.
That's why I think we also need. I mean, we can talk about this later, but like
Mhm.
offensive dispels. Oh my god, give me that shit, dude. That
Yeah.
we can like purge off some of these CDs. Delicious.
That's what I'm saying, man. That's yeah. I think that is probably a lot of the reason, like we just don't. There's no counterplay to those kind of stuff. I mean, yes,
Right.
there's CC, but like I don't know, man. I feel like some CCs don't last long enough. Like a lot of the CCs that we have are stuns, and so like it just gets overlapped really quickly, and then you can't
I know.
rightfully like hard CC somebody, like with like a sap or something, because like it just gets broken if we're talking about BGs.
Right.
So it feels frustrating there, but um, yeah,
And yeah, and also the game shouldn't be that everyone's a walking nuclear warhead, and that the only way to be stopped is just these just small amounts of
yeah,
CC. And the second you stop overlapping, your
yeah,
entire team is dead.
yeah.
Like no one wants to play that shit.
Um,
Sun clerics.
yeah, I guess maybe like I don't know. I don't. I like think the game is like way too fast paced for anything longer than 3 seconds to be in the game. I think it's just 3 seconds is a fucking eternity in this game.
Mhm.
And I don't know. Like, what are you supposed to do about that? Like, it goes from 3 seconds, 1.5 to like 0.75, and then that's it. Like, I don't know. Like, that's just
Yeah.
like not enough time to like overlap, like chain stuns. Like, if I was to do it myself anyway, like I could
Right.
do. I think I could probably get 3, 4.5, 5.25, and then I can like I can Emerald Slumber out of that for another like 4 seconds. So I guess if I was dedicated enough, I could potentially run it out by myself. That's barring any trinkets or anything else. Like,
Right.
I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know. Like, it feels jank as shit. Um, but like, yeah, no, I do agree to a point about how like CDs need to be looked at and how like it can't just be like this, like, oh, you're just like it's 8 seconds of absolute destruction, which isn't that long when you hear it on its
Mm-hmm.
own,
Yeah.
but with how quick PvP is on CoA, it is terrifying.
Yeah. And I think maybe just how powerful that spec is with its cooldowns up specifically. Um, yeah. It's very flashy, big numbers kind of stuff. So it feels really
Right.
bad when you lose to it. I mean, I don't know what it's like outside of its cooldowns. I feel like it's still pretty good outside of its cooldowns, having not played it at all and only
Yeah.
really seeing them with their cooldowns up. So I don't know. I could be
Yeah.
wrong, but
If it's a class that everyone's scared of, that's how you know like there's a problem, right? There's 21 classes. Something should be able to reliably just put it in the dirt.
right, yeah, absolutely,
Alone, we're talking about Barb in its current state.
yeah, throw barb.
Yeah, it's just right. Like if there's nothing that you can like, okay, well, like Ranger, right? Again, like we were saying earlier, you could
Yeah,
technically make the case, like, well, just play a Cox, blah blah blah, right? But
but
it
I want
doesn't
to
feel
play
like
what I
there's any.
play. What if I don't want to play
Yeah,
Cox?
but right, but like, I mean, you and I are both one tricks, right? So we've kind of accepted,
Sure.
like, I've just accepted that I'm just going to get my shit pushed in by a witch hunter, right? And
Yeah.
it's just like, hey, you know what? Witch hunter is going to be the class that beats me, right?
Yep.
Like, and I've accepted it, whatever. Um, but I also do know I'm good versus other, like, certain other classes,
Mm-hmm.
right? But I don't know. I think, yeah. I mean, thankfully, Liquid's obviously not blind to this shit, so he'll take a look at it. I wish there was more barbs in the tournament, so you could have seen that. But
Dude,
at
I
least
wish
there
there
was
was
some
more.
clear.
I wish there was more tournament in the tournament, man.
True.
Uh,
True.
6 teams with double elimination. That shit sucked ass. That was not fun at all.
What do you mean?
I don't know, man. I just feel like there weren't enough teams that showed up. Despite
Yeah.
having like 30 people like on the roster for that day. I don't
Well,
know.
I mean, we had. I mean, 18 people. I mean, obviously, yeah, that's not a large amount of people, but it was something.
Yeah. I feel like
I'm
once
sure there's
like once the
like a play.
population picks up, we should do more 3v3 tournaments. But until
Yeah.
then, like twos is probably the move, or
Yeah, that's probably it.
like
I don't know. I just
gym
felt like,
class, I guess. Yeah.
yeah. I was thinking. I mean, obviously, I'll throw it up to a poll and then do whatever I want because fuck you guys.
Yeah, right. I mean, they're not
Right.
organizing it. You are.
Right, exactly. I'm the
Yeah.
one who's, putting it on twitch.tv/, Asmongold live. But
Jesus Christ.
or is it just Asmongold? I don't fucking whatever.
Who knows?
Anyway, point being,
God damn
I
it.
think we should I want to do something before Christmas week. So
Uh-huh.
we're gonna do the 2v2 on December 10th. And then
That'll be
I kind
fun.
of want to do huh?
I said that'll be fun.
Yeah, it should be fun. And then on the 17th, I kind of want to do something because we probably won't be able to do anything the week of the 24th
Sure. Yeah.
because some players on CoA have families, most of them don't. But yeah, I don't know what we would do on the 17th. I was thinking maybe like a solo
we
queue
swap?
arena thing.
What if we swapped the 2v2 tournament for the 17th and we do gym class on the 10th? Man.
And
Eh?
I mean, like,
It gives more time for more balance changes to go through, more reorgs and stuff, blah
yeah,
blah
but
blah, more
the
feedback to
problem
go through.
is I've just already put it at the 10th, and I don't
So?
like. I just don't like moving it on people. I don't know.
Okay, well, I'll do it, and you can blame me.
Based? What the
Y-
fuck?
Yeah, man. Whatever.
What the fuck? All right, it's the
Yeah.
17th now. It's the 17th now. 10th is gym class. We
Yeah.
do this shit live, baby.
I just feel like
Live
that'll
in
give it like
4K.
more time to get hype, and then people will practice, get geared, blah blah blah, whatever. And then just
Horseath
like for more
Blast.
changes to come through. It
Right,
seems to make more
right.
sense to me. What about Horasath Blast?
No, I didn't realize it's a 45-second cooldown. What the hell is this? Why
Oh,
does
the
it
Fuddy
not feel like
Blast.
45 seconds?
Good question. I don't know.
Maybe there's something that like
Is there a yeah? Dude, I
resets
gotta
the
start.
CD.
Dude, it's so fucking hard testing the server because you have to re-level your characters like every month in order to like keep up with all of them. It's so fucking hard to keep up with everything.
What you mean, like
Oh,
the
all
leveling
of
process
like
of your class?
no, just no. Like every other class. Like if you want to stay abreast of all the changes and how all the classes play and their strengths and weaknesses, I feel like you have to level like 21 times every
Yeah,
month.
that's the price of knowledge, baby.
Ugh, God, dude.
The price of knowledge.
I guess at some point it'll be not nearly. I mean, at some point it will plateau, right? Like there won't be as
Yeah.
many changes, or they'll be more settled. So, I guess that's more just a very acute problem for the alpha. But
Yeah. Something that really only exists right here in the now and won't be a problem long term. But
dude, I've been trying to think of something else to play. I've already got Primalist down. I feel. But I wanna try something else. I don't necessarily know what to play.
Sniper Tinker, I love. I mean, do you want something that's kind of similar to Primalist?
Not necessarily. No.
Probably not, right? Because then you'd just
Yeah.
be playing two Primalists.
Yeah.
Do you like casters at all?
I do. Yeah.
Hal's like Necro. Yeah, just play animation, dude. Be part of the fucking problem, dude.
Just be part of the. Oh god. Oh, I ran the wrong way.
Actually, is the animation bad now?
I have no fucking clue.
I think it is.
Play Reaper.
Oh, Syrup, dude. Are you the? I'm pretty sure I saw you in the BG earlier.
Yeah, dude.
Welcome to CoA, dude.
Syrup was popping off, man.
Welcome to CoA, my guy. I apologize. I remember nothing about you. I just remember the name. XD.
He's playing as Reaper, and he's doing pretty well.
Was he a Reaper? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, he wasn't rank 14, so I didn't pay him any attention. But
Of course, yeah. I mean,
which I am, for those of you that don't know.
Right.
Yeah. I paid to play the server, by the way.
Real dollars, not gold.
Sorry, Mrs. Moon paid.
I'm the chump.
Right.
Yeah.
But I still hold the title.
It's true.
No, okay, Walmart. Okay, fine. We'll have this conversation now. I thought it was bad. And to be honest, I figured if you weren't playing it, I figured it was bad. Because if it was broken, I figured you'd be on it.
Oh yeah, man, of course.
Right, because that's the champion's way, baby.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, I mean, there have been a few new Necros who are like obviously new to the class, don't understand its strengths. They think they're a caster still, whatever. And they'll like try to hard cast and then just get one tapped because they have, 2.5k HP. But I like usually animation is one of those classes that if it's really good, it has a very high skill floor, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not that hard to play it well. Or sorry, it's not hard to play it decently, right?
Sure.
Because it's very autopilot at its core. So I thought more people would be playing it. Yeah, new Necro queues up with sub 3k. Why is animation bad? Yeah, that's really
Oh my god. Dude, yeah, I've been feeling really bad recently about shitting on all the new players, actually. It's really, really obvious when someone's new, and like sometimes I just like I'll get them to like 10-20%, and then I'll just like walk away and let them live because I feel so horrible about it.
Right? I've honestly kind of felt that too.
I'm feeling so bad, man. I'm just these guys don't deserve that shit, bro.
I was playing without gear, and I had like a close 1v1 with this Necro, and I was like, I'm not going to tell him that I have no gear. I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
I'm going to let him have this. Like, dude, I beat a rank 14 that for some reason was naked, but I think it was his transmog. So, hey, if that keeps him playing. There was a guy who was playing the other day who was playing animation, and he's like, I have no gear. I'm losing. I don't know what to do. And he wasn't like blaming the gear difference, so I gave him gear, but the second someone blames gear, it's like, well, if I had the gear, I'd be way better. And I
Yeah,
just
definitely, man, for sure.
right, like that's clearly the problem.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes it genuinely is, but, you know. Oh,
A
man, I love
Walmart saying
Farrier
it's more
Simulator.
gear reliant now. Okay, I guess that makes sense then. Why someone can't just roll one and immediately be decent at BGs.
I have to go get my gold miner's helmet out.
Oh, dude, the expertise.
Yeah, I need the expertise right now. I'm wearing my edgies. Oh, no, I'm not wearing my edgies. Oof. Yeah, maybe that'll make the difference. I'll try now.
Dude, edgies and the gold miner helmet. That's drip.
Yep, that is drip. All right, you just convinced me. I'm gonna go back and get it.
Dude, ever since I put Edge Masters as my transmog, I have not regretted it at all.
Edge Masters as your transmog?
Yeah, dude, that's my gloves. Looks clean. Inspired by a dude I saw in Classic who was playing a Fury Warrior. And this was like 2 weeks after Classic launched. And he had +2 fishing skill on it.
Oh, hell yeah.
And he was an Orc Warrior, so he didn't even need Edge Masters.
Oh,
And it was
fantastic.
just I
He's
remember
just
seeing
memeing
that.
so hard.
Right. And I was like, this guy is alpha male. So I just purely stole his style.
Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah, that's pretty Chad, I gotta say.
It was amazing.
I
Man, it's
will
like I
have-
got 312 axe skill. So
Be good.
and a Chad.
Where's this thing at?
But yeah, speaking of
See,
Chad,
helmet.
so we do need to talk about dispels. So I know that's been obviously a point of contention.
Yeah, nice segue,
Right.
man, for sure.
Right, exactly. Fuck,
Yeah.
I just remembered it.
Yeah, okay. All right. Anyway, we're moving on. Yep.
Right, we're moving on. Like whatever.
Yep.
We're talking about dispels.
Uh-huh.
All right. No, because I was thinking of something I didn't want to forget how I phrased it, and now I already forgot it anyway. But
Mhm.
I do think there's a problem with too many things that stack.
Uh-huh.
Right, like what was the example? Like BDD was talking about like, hey, what the fuck am
Veno
I
stuff.
supposed to do
Mm-hmm.
when you have a 40 stack of the fungal thing from Veno, from Rot Veno, and you have cure poison. You don't have abolish, you don't have all cure, you have cure poison. What the fuck are you supposed to do, right?
Yeah, right.
Do you think the solution is just to make more all cures?
Yeah. Genuinely,
you
I
re-
do. I
Really?
don't, because I
Okay.
think, yeah, okay, so here's my thought process on that. So, if you were to go through, you'd have to, like, individually rework all of the stuff that you've got already, you know, in terms of, like, debuffs for classes and stuff, like, and then the way that they work and their reactions and all that good stuff, like, I'm sure that was a lot of work, and I feel like it's probably better to not cripple specs, you know, by having all that stuff on there, or rather, like, removing, like, toning down how many debuffs classes have and stuff, you know what I mean, and then just redistributing that power to other stuff.
Okay, let's not get carried away here.
Right? No. So what I'm saying is like that's what I was talking about. Instead of that,
Okay.
I'm saying you should probably just add more counters, like that just cleanse everything. And I wouldn't say that there should be any one class that can clear literally everything. I think that there should be classes that have their
100% agree.
niches that clear certain things of everything, though.
Yeah, because if every class can do everything, then people will only ever play the absolute best class, and you will never see any of the other 20. Because people will only play absolute. If everything does 700 DPS, but one does 701, why the fuck would you play anything else?
I mean, I see what you're saying from a min-max perspective, but I don't think that's how that would actually shake out.
Isn't that what happened in retail with Boomy, right? Like in competitive PvE. I know Omega lol.
Yeah, okay.
Right. As I said that, I just kind of threw up a little bit.
Right.
But like you only ever ran a Boomy, and like sometimes you would even run two, because it was like other DPS just wasn't even remotely close, and it was like you have to run Boomy. And like other classes could provide like, oh well, a mage can help with pulls, or they have control, and it was like it doesn't matter because Boomy has that too, but they just have better damage.
Yeah, I mean, I see that, but in that way, I mean, they're just outclassing another class, I guess.
Right, and that's what I mean.
And I think that in itself is a different problem.
I guess, yeah. But that's why I've always been a huge proponent of like not every class should have everything, right? We've had this
No, absolutely.
discussion
Yeah, no. I
in
mean, and that's
CoA
how we
for
get.
years.
Yeah, I mean, that's how you get back to retail, right? Like where everything is homogenized, everybody has something for something, and blah 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 blah. Like
Right.
I don't know. I'm of the opinion that like classic was good for a reason. It's because people felt useful. People, you know,
Yep.
when they did something that like nobody else can do, you feel fucking powerful. Like it's cool,
Yeah, if
man.
you're a dog shit, like literally, I had so many just boomer dads in my dad guild, and a few of them were mages, and they were absolute trash. But hey, they could make water, they
There you
could
go, man.
poly on Major Domo, and granted, it would take them a few times to figure out how.
Oh,
But
it's difficult, you know.
oh, it is. You mean that square?
Oh, yeah,
Hold on.
hold on. What?
Oh, hold on.
I was looking at the circle.
I'm watching Fox News. Give me a sec. Uh, Me too, King.
God
But
damn it,
yeah,
man.
like stuff like that. Um, right. Each class having some sort of value, but if everyone has a magic dispel,
Right.
then classes with magic buffs aren't good. Because I've heard a lot of people say that, especially like mop PvP,
Mm-hmm.
that'll say like, oh well, everyone should have a magic dispel. Like some people should have decurse, some people should have poison, disease,
Mm-hmm.
whatever the hell L there is.
Yeah.
It's like physical cleanses, whatever.
Yeah.
But they were like,
Sure.
magic should be a staple because that's like polys and whatever. But
Um. Yeah,
I
I don't
don't think
necessarily.
that.
I wouldn't necessarily. Yeah, I don't. I don't think I agree with that. I think every class should have their niche. And I mean, uh, at some point, like it would be too much for the dot classes. I feel like if everybody had access to everything.
Mhm.
I just think it's too much that there's literally nothing that you can do against dots. Like some of them last 30 fucking seconds.
Mhm.
Like 30 seconds. Like what do you like if you're
Yeah,
trying to
30
play
seconds
around like
is
one of their class mechanics, like say I'm playing against a bard and I'm running away so I don't get smashed at 10 stacks. I would have to run for like 20 fucking seconds in order to drop those stacks. Like why can't
right. You
I
can't even
outplay why
re-engage
can't
because it
outplay
gets.
why yeah, right? Like why can't I kite him to drop the stacks? Like why is that not you know what I'm saying? So like
Honestly,
there are certain like core class things like that just last way too fucking long. Way too
honestly,
fucking long. Like,
maybe Carnage just straight up should it be refreshed with every stack?
I mean, I'm not here to like make suggestions or anything. I'm just like pointing out an
I
issue
am.
that like
Fuck it.
I'm just pointing out an issue that I think it's very silly that that type of counterplay is not possible because debuffs last fucking forever.
Yeah.
A lot of pyro debuffs last fucking forever. You know, like 25% fire reduction, fire resist reduction, 25% fire resist reduction just lasts forever and is applied with everything. Like every single fucking dot that you got. Like, god damn, man. Fuck.
Yeah, it is absolutely terrifying.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, so maybe the more I think about it, it's like okay, well, because obviously I play Witch Doctor, right? So it's like if someone gets an all cure for curses, I'm fucked. But like,
Mm-hmm.
should that be the counter? And honestly, the more I think about it, the more yes, right? It's like yes, I have 1,000 curses, but if you have one Sun Cleric that has a talent in this tier 2 over here,
Mm-hmm.
then if he has eyes, then I can't do that much,
Right.
right? And I think, right, especially like again, we'll go back to Veno, right? Veno has like Hal's saying, right? The second they open on you, you have 17 dots on you and there's like
Yeah.
17 different stacks of all of them, and it's just you can't get rid of that unless you have an all cure.
Or just
So
yeah. I mean, or just like perma slows buffs that are like obviously not quote perma, but you're able to reapply them before they expire. Like today I was playing against fucking Witch Doctor, man. A 20-second slow.
that
20 seconds slow.
what
What the?
spell?
What do you mean? The little like it's like curse of laziness. I don't know, man. I don't know what it's fucking called. It's the
Oh
little green
shit.
eyeball thing.
I know what you mean. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. No,
man.
it's new with core reworks. That's why I didn't remember off the top of my head. Yeah, so stuff like that I think needs to be looked at, or honestly just like reduce the percentage of it because I do like the 20% or the 20-second thing, but it should be like a 20% slow,
Slowness
not
jinx.
40.
That's what it's fucking called. Yeah, man.
Yep,
It's
slowness
just
jinx. Yeah,
like if you didn't have
yeah, Lowe's,
dispels,
that's
like
what I'm talking about.
if I didn't like personally have like a way to counter that. Like I don't know, man. Like if you just can't dispel curses, you're just kind of
I'm
fucked,
not
man.
gonna
Like
lie, it doesn't feel as dominant as you may think it does versus a lot of classes.
okay, and
Like,
maybe that's just because I have like my one gap closer and then I'm done, and then the rest of that I'm just literally hoofing it. So,
right,
um, maybe that's just a primalist issue, but
right.
um,
Well, it could just be like this is like very good versus primalist, and
well,
then
yeah,
just
for sure.
now. Granted, don't get me wrong. 20 seconds of 40% slow is terrifying and probably should be looked at, but it just doesn't feel as dominant as the numbers would suggest. Now, there's another one that's 25% called Jinx of Misery, and that one should be.
Yeah. I just think that in a game where if a 3 second stun is a very long time, 20 seconds is a fucking eternity, man.
Yeah, yeah. Especially with how powerful you can
Yeah.
get with like these short CDs.
Yeah, like how am I supposed to? Yeah, I just want to go back because that's like the perfect example for me is that like kiting throw barbs or kiting carnage stacks. That's like
Mhm.
that's like you can't have those types of counterplays, and I think that's just like really silly.
Yeah, no, I
I don't
agree.
know if it's like a PvE thing, like just to make sure that they don't fall off in PvE or whatever. I don't know, man. I have no idea why they're that long.
I mean, it's probably just like I don't want to say like an oversight, but it's something that like you don't really feel unless you're playing the game a bunch, and then you're like, hey, I'm trying to kite this class, I'm trying to beat this class, and it feels like there's no windows. Oh shit! Oh yep, pin it, based, mod him,
Get him, get that guy a coat.
Dogehike.com.
Get that guy a coat.
Let's go.
Oh my fucking god. Am I
What a
killing the right
fucking-
bears for these, man? The war bear stuff, the war bear leather.
Those are. Are you in Winter Spring?
Uh-huh.
I believe that's all bears.
Okay.
In there.
Well, we shall see.
But it's also like a low drop rate. It's like 10%.
Yeah. I'm noticing that. So we got a question. If I remember correctly, Life Primalist only has magic dispel. Do you think they deserve more than that or no? Okay, so in term, I think having magic dispel is, quite frankly, really, really, really strong. I think a lot of very powerful debuffs are magic. So in the case of magic dispel, maybe. If it worked like a cure-all, maybe. As it stands as a individual cleanse, I would say that they should probably also have like a poison cleanse, and that would be it. I wouldn't give them any. I wouldn't give them anything beyond that. That would be it.
Yeah,
They're
as
just
a
like magic and poison.
non-primalist player, I agree. I would
Yeah,
say like they need one other, right? Like it shouldn't be just magic, or like if it was like just magic, but it was all magic, you could make the case. But if it's a single magic, they need something else.
Yeah. Yeah, fucking monk literally just destroys my entire life, man. 12 seconds of stun immunity, bleed immunity, damage reduction, and then
All
yeah.
the homies hate Monk.
All the homies hate monk. No, they've got a good kid against me is all. But yeah.
Actually, just quick segue. I said that phrase around my dad. I said like all my homies hate whatever, and he's like, "Your homies," and I was like, "Oh god."
Hey, listen here, Sonny. I know for a fact you ain't got no damn homies.
Listen, why are you hanging out with these homies?
Fucking
he got real
dad mood,
disappointed
just
in me.
absolutely roasting you.
Dude, it was unbelievable.
God damn, man.
I
When are you gonna get out of my house?
God
damn it.
Why do you keep looking at these anime girls?
You keep buying these. What is a DP? Why do you keep buying it?
Why do you keep searching it up too? This is
Oh no, not like this.
son.
Yeah.
But yeah, so definitely more dispels. I really want offensive purges. As obviously as a shaman player, I am fiending for that shit.
Well, they just need to exist, man. There's so many powerful like debuffs and buffs in this game, and to not have ways to counter them beyond just CC them, lol, like is so fucking dumb. It's so dumb. It makes me
I
rage. I don't even know what to say, man. Ugh.
Yeah, there's literally just like no real counterplay. Like you don't have to put up like trash buffs or anything. Now, granted, that's like a different like opinion. Like people think trash buffs should be a thing. I
Uh-huh.
definitely do.
I
I
agree. Yeah,
love them.
they should. Um,
Yeah,
but
but the
then
thing is
you'd
that
have
then
to
with
go
all
through and like
cures,
pare down a bunch of stuff, you know?
right? And if we're adding a bunch of all cures, they just don't exist. Now, obviously, I'm
Right.
not saying every dispel would be an all cure, but
Yeah, that's fair. Um, I feel like they would have to have like a decent cooldown if they're like going to be an all cure. Um, because the dot player should have some time to like, you know, play their spec, right? Like I don't know. Between like completely negating their stuff. Like if you were okay, so I'm sitting here thinking about it. If I was a Veno and I was playing against a witch doctor that could just all cure my stuff any more than like I don't know. For me, my primalist the magic cleanse is on an 8-second cooldown, and I think it's like a 3-second cooldown if you're spirit spec. Um, like if I had to deal with an all cure every 3 seconds, I'd fucking not play Venom, man.
that is yeah, that's very true. It's a 20-second cooldown now, so like you
So
can bait out the all cure and then
so
go in on it.
what do you think about like having all cure spells as like a cooldown, but your main form of dispel being uh,
Oh,
just
like
a
3 seconds?
single one? Yeah,
Yeah, I
and
think
with like
that's fantastic.
yeah, I think that might be a good alternative, you know, because it feels fucking horrible when you can't cleanse like all your shit.
Or you don't want to use this massive CD because there's
Yeah,
one annoying poison on you.
yeah,
Yeah, no,
right.
I actually completely agree. That definitely needs to be the wave.
I think that could be a good way of going about it, but time will tell. Um, I don't know. I just work here. Unfortunately, that's kind of true.
That's
Unfortunately,
true.
that's kind of true. I do actually work here for free.
Let's go.
That's a lot of labor that I just give to
And what do we
Ascension.
get in return? Upvotes sometimes.
Upvote
Woo!
sometimes, yeah.
Let's go.
Yep.
Dude, I can't queue for a dungeon as a Draenei Sun Cleric. What the hell is this? I haven't selected any. What the? What do that mean?
No, not like this, please. Yeah.
Oh, is that it? Oh, okay, never mind. I had to do random classic dungeon. That was the fix.
Hmm.
Can't wait to.
I can tell you
level.
haven't done PvE in a while.
Of course not. What do you mean? Why would I?
Good point. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I kind of wish there was more of a reason for us to go back and do like PvE. Only if not only for like the rookie's sake. I feel bad like seeing all the people like I've been sitting in queue for like 3 hours and I haven't got a pop, and it's just a bunch of like vets playing Warsong Gulch and they're
Right.
trying
It's
to
like, hey,
level
we
and
got an
shit.
8v8. Sorry, dude.
QBG 50. I would if I could level. Like
I'm 36.
yeah. I mean, I used to do that a lot when I was just starting out on this server. Like I would spend a lot of time helping newer players. It's also takes longer to get to max. And then like gearing up is not quite as easy, I guess. It's still really easy, but I guess there is effort involved.
Well, I think people vastly overestimate how hard it is.
Yeah,
Like, yes,
yeah.
it takes time to get the bissy bis,
Mhm.
but to get like all blues takes literally like 3 hours.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you can be decently bis, like near bis. Like enough for it to not make a difference.
Right.
Yeah, I would say at least within the day, for sure. Like you do Sunken Temple, you do a few BGs, you get your, you know, dungeon bags, whatever, blah blah blah. You got a few blues, maybe you pick some stuff up off the auction house, and bing bang boom, you good, man. Yeah.
I just realized I haven't selected a main stat.
You killed me in PvP entirely gear diff, of course. Yeah, dude. Always.
True.
Always.
Very, very accurate.
Yeah, it's never your fault if you lose. It's always because your opponent's playing something broken.
Right, and it's because your teammates are bad. But for
Yeah.
some reason, your teammates are always bad when you're playing.
Wow.
But it can't be your fault.
Whoa! It's wild, man. That's crazy. Fruit blown the fuck out. Just, I don't know, man. I see people standing in mid, and I just see red. I don't know what to say. Especially when I'm, like, getting chased by 3 people. There's, like, a glob of people in the middle. Like, my team could help me, but decided not to, and I just get chased down by, like, 1 or 2 people and die. That is the most infuriating shit. That's why I just throw my fucking hands up, and I'm like, dude, I don't even know why I keep playing this shit. You guys just disappoint me time and time again.
The way I look at it is like, yes, that's infuriating, but like, it's like, okay, well, this victory is going to be that much better when I win and my teammates are doing literally fucking nothing, and the other team knows that, right? Like, that's how I would have felt earlier if Van I didn't fucking bind F4, right? You know, the pack opened up on me, MC capped. Then I popped a fab, rocket boots, and I'm stunning and I'm doing all this shit and I'm hiding the shit out of people, and just all of it thrown away because my man's has piano hands and decides to use it. And so, dude, but like that victory would have been so sweet because it's like, okay, I know I won the game, right? It wasn't like, oh, my team had anything to do with it. It was just pure me, baby. But obviously, it's just the ego talking.
Yeah, I mean, I like sharing the victory with my teammates, but you know, you do you, bro.
No, I mean, I'm down to share the victory with my teammates.
They just don't want to win. They just like never want to win. I don't understand. Like they just want to play the game. Like
right, the audacity.
How dare you play the game in a way that I don't approve of?
Right?
That just seems fucking wrong.
I'm sorry. Did you go through HR first? I don't think you did.
Yeah, I don't think you did, man. Yeah, Bunko must kill.
It's the best way to live.
I'm glad that we've got like more Warsong Gulch going on. It's been back-to-back Warsong Gulch a lot recently. Actually, it's been sick.
And of course, as you say that, an Eye of the Storm popped like 3 minutes ago.
Yeah, my bad.
But yeah, they thankfully they fixed it, and it was no longer Winter AB and Twin Peaks. Which, granted, half of it being Twin Peaks, I'm down for.
Yeah.
But
it's just Walmart, Warsong Gulch, so I don't know.
Right, exactly. And we all know how we feel about Walmart.
True.
We hate him.
Everybody hates Walmart. Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about, dude.
Yeah, he's just kind of got one of those faces, man.
Just or at least we assume. At least we assume.
Nah, man. I just assume he looks like his gnome in real life. I feel that way for a lot of people, actually. I assume they look like their characters in real life.
Yep, 100%. It makes it easier to hate them.
Yeah, it makes them feel like another for sure. Way to go, Good Mood. We're dehumanizing people. I love it.
That's why.
That's what CoA is all about.
That's why it's so easy to hate Kobe. Anyway,
oh man.
But yeah, no, I think
he didn't deserve this shit, man. Green IRL and fat. Yeah, maybe actually. There's you can't,
dude. Actually,
you can't discount it.
I actually am green IRL because I've been recently using this shampoo that's like kind of green.
Oh yeah?
I'm just saying.
Does it makes you green?
I don't want it to, but the shampoo's green.
Oh, as in like green, like environment
like the
green?
color. No, like the color green.
Oh, okay, for sure, man.
Oh, it fucks up the environment. I don't give a shit about that, but whatever.
This guy doesn't care about the environment. Did you hear that? What the fuck, bro?
Yep. And best part, I meant it.
What the fuck, bro?
This whole ass man.
What a horrible human being.
Unbelievable.
You know, we used to bully kids like you in high school.
Yeah, I know. I got bullied. What do you mean?
Oh my god, man.
I'm very aware that my type is susceptible to bullying.
Susceptible? Your type? Yeah. WoW player types?
Type.
Dude, I'm like everybody in chat punching the air right now, bro.
Dude, gamers are the most oppressed part of society.
It's true. It's so true, man. It's so true. Like, I can't masturbate in the library anymore. Fucking gamers are impressed. Like, I just like oppressed gamers.
You used to be able to. You used to be able to.
So stupid, bro. Now I'm on a list or something, and I have to do community service. Like, okay, whatever, man.
And they have these things called security cameras.
Yeah. R.I.P.
And no, I can't get the recording.
I have asked. I have asked.
Many times. What else topics do we need to go over?
Um,
What else is
well,
popping in the world of CoA that we
well, I
need to
felt like
mention?
we got the biggest one that I wanted to talk about was cleanses versus debuffs today.
Mhm.
I think that one was, yeah, I think there should be more dialogue with that. I think a discussion will be opened up here pretty soon. It's definitely on the forefront of a lot of people's minds. At least I've seen today, anyway.
Yeah, Doom's been
Um,
bringing it a bunch up recently.
yeah. Um, but I mean, other than that, Grand Eye and Blood Elves are in the game now. That's
That's
hog,
true.
depending on who you are.
Well, I don't think. I mean, obviously because the starting zones are like bugged right now,
Yeah.
right? So like you can't leave. For those of you that don't know, if you ever leave the starting zone or the starting like zone and then like the level like 10 to 20 zone
Mm-hmm.
that both Blood Elves and Draenei have, you can never get back. You can't add Hearth back. It says you don't have TBC. You cannot port back. There's no way to get back once you leave. Um, and there's no way to get to it without spawning in it.
Yeah.
Um,
That seems
so
intentional.
honestly, I kind of hope it stays. Wait, Liquid said it's intended. Okay, that's actually awesome because
Yeah,
then
why
it
would
creates
they
like
have...
this.
Yeah.
Well, creates like this weird like path of gameplay now, where you're like, okay, if I want to try to like farm something on a Draenei, like in this certain area, I have to like live. It's like, wasn't there like that pacifist dude who hit like level 110 just mining and herbing, right?
Yeah.
And it's basically like that, to in a way, in the terms of like he's only ever on this starting island. He never leaves it. This is all he knows. Small town, big fish.
Yeah.
But
That sounds like you
I think it's
IRL.
cool. All right. Well, that was unnecessary. All right, your words have power, and there's a person on the other side of the screen.
That's true, actually. That is true. Be
Ah,
nice. Be nice to people, y'all.
no, fuck them. Fuck them. I deserve it. I'm a piece of shit.
Oh man.
But
Do
remember,
you
everyone on the internet is worse than you.
wanna open it up to the forum?
Yeah, sure. If anyone has
Anybody
any
have
questions,
any questions? Anything they want to talk about, discuss before we go here about in the next 5 minutes or so, maybe?
shit, I do not know. Starting at what's I'm level 17, just not doing quests, just
Dude, I
walking
got the
around
world's
hitting
best Reaper over here. It's crazy.
shit. Yo, dude,
Yeah, following me around.
dude,
Feel
big fan.
I'm pretty honored, man. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, the best way to avoid stream snipers is play a blood elf and then no one can
Dude.
touch you.
Yeah. Oh my god.
So you wanted to ruin my immersion? Yeah, see you, dude.
Oh, I wonder if they scale. Like, could you go high risk and just like infinity farm forever? Like,
I actually don't know.
that's
What
pretty.
do you
That's
think
pretty
about
degen.
McDoubles? Based question.
What do you think about McDoubles? A fucking loser who has no idea what he's talking
Based
about.
question.
Next question.
Based question. Dude,
He
witch
has
doctors
so much
always have-
power to do good.
No,
He has
don't
so
relapse.
much
Don't
fucking
relapse.
power to
Don't
do good.
relapse. You're relapsing. You're relapsing. That's how the terrorists win.
Just mad, man. Just angry. He has such an audience.
Why can't Draenei and Blood Elves be monks?
Because it doesn't make sense. Next question.
I mean, well, monks does it makes it, you could make a case for Blood Elves,
Really?
but the way you got to look at it, I don't know. I could kind of see it, but you got to look at it as just because it shares the name of the class from retail, it's not the same.
Yeah.
It plays pretty differently. And so it's not like, oh well, I mean, there's like Windwalker in, right? Is that no, that's a spec. Never mind, I take that back. But clearly I play retail all the time. But I don't think that's like, I think the main thing that people were like confused about is like you can't be like a Stormbringer Blood Elf. I think that one was weird. And then there was one other thing because people were freaking out. Obviously, the cultist army is all like, everything should be a cultist.
Everything should be a cultist.
No,
they are correct. No, they are
what
correct, man. They're
Okay, a
straight up
Draenei
right.
cultist walks up to you, and you're just supposed to be like, "Oh, that makes sense." What?
Yes.
No.
Yes. Why not?
How?
Why wouldn't it make sense?
Angie's talking about Draenei Tinker. I think that would look awesome, but I don't think it makes sense either. I mean,
Draenei
granted,
Tinker makes a lot of sense. What do you mean? They literally piloted a fucking disco spaceship. and like, yeah, I'm sure they're good at
Did they?
engineering. Dude, the Exodar is literally a
They
spaceship.
they crashed. They're shit.
They did
That's
crash.
why they're
They
not
did.
tinkers anymore.
They did crash though.
They're dog shit.
They
I'm
do.
sorry.
They
Is
did
it
be crashing
still in
though.
the sky? Yeah,
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
yeah. They literally they used to
I
be able to
mean,
be tinkers.
didn't they like they got shot? They got shot down or something. You know, like Sargeras hit, like punched them, and then they like went into hyperdrive and then escaped barely,
Oh
and then they
shit, dude. My
crashed.
bad. I had no
Yeah,
idea.
yeah, yeah. It wasn't their fault. It wasn't their fault.
Oh shit. Yeah, he's just getting passionate in the whisper. He's like, dude, they're advanced aliens. They deserve this.
They do.
No,
They really do, though.
I could definitely. Now that I think about it, and I completely forgot that the X-Star is actually like an actual ship. But
Yeah. Not a real gamer. Nice lore.
whatever.
Yeah.
I just play these games. Dude, I thought a monitor was a CPU until I was like 16. Like,
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, I thought a CPU was a monitor. That's what I thought it was. I just play this shit, dude. I don't know how it works.
So you know how there's different eras to World of Warcraft, right?
Mhm.
And each one kind of has its own distinct style of PvP, right?
Yeah.
What do you think differentiates CoA from, say, like MOP or Wrath? Like, what makes CoA so much better? You know, because we did make a very bold statement as that, and that CoA has the best PvP of any MMO that we've played.
Oh yeah.
So
Best PvP.
why do you think that's like what sets it apart from?
I think it's because it's so much. There's so much more depth to it. Now, Walmart's saying GCDs, and I do think that has a part of it, sure, right? Because the game is just faster, but also with the knowledge of what works in games and what doesn't, right? We are able to balance stuff, and are able to have new ideas and say, oh, we know this works, or we know this doesn't work, or this style feels good, or that doesn't, or whatever. But we can implement all that stuff. Like in MOP, there's nothing that's like, oh, you just blink forward, 20 yards and clear routes. Like, I mean, obviously that's blink, but like,
Right.
I don't know. I'm obviously phrasing it in a bad way, but like, there's so much cool things like Z-axis shit that doesn't exist in normal WoW PvP that exists here because, and that creates depth of gameplay, right? That increases skill ceiling because it allows players who are better at the game to be better in more ways. And so that's why I love it. I love it because there is so much potential depth of the PvP. Right? It's not just this very linear, all right, rock beats scissors, scissors beats paper type shit. There's a lot to it. And again, in theory, there's a lot to it. And that's why I think it has the potential to be the best. And even in this like pretty jank state, I mean, of course you say that all the time, right? It's always a jank state.
Well, yeah, it's the alpha. What are you gonna do?
Right, exactly. It's an alpha. But that's why like it's still fun to play because there's still so much skill expression.
Stupid. Yeah, I think I have to agree with that. You said it pretty well. Yeah, the ability to have lots of varied ways of skill expression, and yeah, I totally agree. And also just like new ways to play the game. Just you're not playing the same thing over and over again. Like it's a lot of new, fresh ideas, and maybe the novelty will wear off over time. Who knows? But I think for the time being, like one of my favorite things about it is that like it's not, not every class is the same, and that that's a big obvious kind of thing.
Right.
But like
right.
it really like there are a lot of things that differentiate every other class from every other class. Like, and it's cool. I like that. A lot of different ways to play, a lot of new ways to play, a lot of creative ways to play. I think it's just like the diversity of the game and all of the different specs and all of the different sub specs and then beyond that there's like, so many different builds that you can do. I just think that's what makes it more interesting. If you're playing against an arms warrior, you're like, okay, well, I've got he's got his shield wall, he's got blade storm, he's got disarm, he's got this. And then we need to get through that, and then we're good. And it's always like that. Every single
Yep.
game. Every single
Yep.
game is always like that. It's always the same. Because they just don't have that kind of variety, that kind of talent diversity.
That's what talents are so good. I
Yeah.
love talents.
Yeah, I'm like really excited for the future where like all of the where every class's talent tree looks like the necromancer tree, That's what I'm super
Oh
pumped for
yeah.
that. That would be so
Dude,
sick.
or DVS's Starcaller tree, where that shit's a whole fucking book, and like
Dude,
you look
yeah.
at your tree, and it's 2 choices
It's
per
like
level.
it's literally like up until recently, like Wild Walker had like 2 lines. It was just 2 lines up to the top. It was so fucking
Yeah.
bad. And there is
That's
definitely
actually
still a
which Doctor
few.
went down to.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
you
no,
got pruned.
it had more options, and it got pruned a bit. And like
Mm,
now, granted, a few things went core, some stuff got moved, but it just looks disgusting now because it's like, all right, you get 1 choice at level 1, and then you get 3 at 2, and then 2, 2, 2, 2. But
yeah.
hey, what can you do? That's the alpha life, baby. Everything could change tomorrow. Keeps
Yep.
it interesting.
Yep. And I think with that, we're gonna call it a day. Thank you so much for joining us on the Ranger Tank podcast. Thanks for being here, Ranger Tanks. We'll get you in the next one. Bye.